Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wold Wide Cast.
The podcast featuring the Wolds, obviously.
Who else?
Who else?
I hope you're all well, and today's topic is going to be, probably won't interest a lot of you, but it's going to be about wrestling and the state of wrestling at the moment.
Up and away!
Up and away, girls and boys. So, dude, wrestling at the moment, what do you think it's like, honestly?
Honestly, I think, to be fair, the main problem I have is with WWE.
Yeah.
They're the most. It's mostly because they're in PG.
Yeah.
They're just. I don't know. They're just not that bothered, and it's not down to them as well. Just the wrestlers themselves. It's down to management storylines and the fans. The fans don't really sort of like get behind it. It's because it's not nothing to get behind, I guess.
It's almost as if the fans, the true fans that I'm speaking like fans like my age. It's almost as if they've given up and they're like, okay, right, yeah, this is what it is now. I might as well try and enjoy what it is because I haven't got a choice. It's almost as if they've given up. But I don't think either one, their voice isn't being heard, or two, Vince is just completely ignoring it. Completely just disregarding it and pretending it's not happening. Yeah. Because the amount of times that, obviously you can tell by the crowd's reaction, no one wants to see Cena in the limelight with the belt or whatever, but still he's always giving him all these opportunities, so I don't think that he's quite listening to the crowd and what they want.
Yeah, I know he's his top boy, obviously, because he's done a lot for the business and everything like that, John Cena, so I understand that, but the fans just ain't into it anymore. It's 10 years of the same shit. It's gonna get old. 10 years
it's a long time.
It's a long career for a wrestler.
It is a long career. How many times has he won the belt?
I think 15, and I wouldn't be surprised if he broke Ric Flair's record, which is 16. But unofficially, he's won it a lot more than that. But yeah. It's just one of them things, like, as you said, Vince just don't listen. And that's one of my sort of like problems towards it at first. But there's more than that. There's from my opinion and from what I've seen, there's been a long period of time where it just seems like Triple H has just been out to put himself over.
Yeah. Triple H gets on both our nerves because of how much it seems like he can't let it go. I mean, obviously he's the age that he's at, and he's had a good career and all that, and he seems like he cannot let it go. And it's almost like he's got this position that he's in now, and he's using it to put himself back over. I mean, there's talk that even him and Stephanie are going to claim the titles again, get the titles, win the titles somehow. I don't know how. I don't know if it's rumours or not, but there's been talk of it. So the fact that he will get the belt again when it's been passed around so many times, and then in the end, after all that passing around, it's just going to go back to him, would be ridiculous in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised the hasn't gone after the Divas title, to be honest.
Triple H.
Yeah. It's the only title he ain't won. So he's like, you know what? I think I might go in and try and win this. He goes into Big Daddy Vince. He's like, he goes, you know you love me. And Vince goes, what do you want now? I want to be Divas champion.
He'd probably give it to him.
Yeah.
There'd be something stupid that'd happen where he would have it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what he has done well with NXT. Because that's his brainchild.
See, NXT is good, right? Over the Raw and SmackDown, NXT is good.
Yeah, it's only really that I have problems with the sort of like the wrestling in WWE is very dull, very boring, and it's almost sort of treating you like you're an idiot.
Yeah. spoon feeding it to you.
Yeah, it's not great. And then, but their storytelling is probably better than most. Like, I have to admit that. And then you've got other companies like TNA, where their wrestling is good, but their storylines are ridiculous and they're dull and boring. Yeah. So, like, there's some things, and there's things that you just don't care about, like factions and groups, and it's like, alright, whatever.
With that being said, the storylines these days, because when I used to watch it back in the day when it was the Attitude Era, the storylines these days do not make me think, oh wow, I didn't think that was going to happen, compared to how it did back in the day. There used to be times where I think, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen, didn't expect that. But nowadays it's just very sort of like,
predictable.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, you know, when The Rock had the belt and then he fought John Cena for a second time at WrestleMania, everyone knew that John Cena was going to win, was going to beat him and get the belt. Everyone knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's just a prime example of how predictable it is. That's just one of many examples, anyway.
Yeah, I think that's just... It's because it's, well, you know, they say it's obviously good for business and all that, and say that, but I thought, not in that sense, though, because John Cena he can't get over any more than he is.
Yeah.
You just can't.
He loves that, though, doesn't he, old Triple H?
Yeah.
Best for business.
Yeah. And it's just like, the moment they announced it, as you said, Rock and Cena too. It was like, well, obviously he's going to return the favour and win, because you can't have two clean victories over John Cena.
What's that, mate? Once in a lifetime? That's bollocks. It's happening again.
Bloody hell, somewhere down the line they'll be doing it again, won't they?
Yeah, probably. Well, the Rock apparently The Rock is supposed to come back and... Is he supposed to fight Brock Lesnar? Something like that. Something's supposed to
I have no
happen.
idea. A lot of it's up in the air.
And also there was some talk that WrestleMania, Sting and Undertaker are going to go at it. But I thought Undertaker, that was it. I thought that was it for him. Because, I thought that was it. I thought after the streak, I thought, oh, this is probably it then.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The idea of the Undertaker versus Sting is really cool, and I like it.
I think it's cool, yeah.
But when you put it as in, it's the Sting of now, and the Undertaker of now, it's like, maybe not so much, because they're a bit, older, bit more withered.
Well, how old is Sting?
Oh, he's got to be not far off of the Undertaker. I don't know exactly how old they are, but yeah.
Because there's a picture, and I'll show it now. Look at that picture. Undertaker looks old. He looks old.
What an old crusty bastard.
He does look old, man. He looks well old. I mean, he looks older than Sting looks. I mean, I know Sting dyes his hair, but he still looks old, man.
We know your secret, Sting.
Yeah, we know your secret. When you come out and Survivor Series, I thought, hold up. There's bloody mahogany.
It's usually black.
Yeah, it's a bloody burgundy colour, that is.
He should have done it black on that night. Just to go with his outfit. Because that's what he is. It's like... It's always been like that. When he came out, it was just like, it looked very half-assed.
It was like mahogany. It was like, you look like a bloody antique cabinet. It was really half-assed, right?
And is that what you want to see at WrestleMania? Antique mahogany Sting versus antique withered leather Undertaker.
It just reminds me of a chest of drawers against a leather jacket. It's just not going down well, man.
And we all know, obviously, Undertaker's had quite a few surgeries, and I can imagine Sting has as well. So it's just... Yeah, the idea of it, back when they was in their prime, I would have loved to see the match, but now, no, not. I could barely give a shit. And the problem is, the kids ain't going to want to watch it, not because of that, but because they don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Not so much Undertaker, but definitely Sting. They ain't going to know who he is.
Yeah, because he's never been in WWF or WWE, whatever. He's never been in any of those, and he's just coming in Survivor Series, so no one knows who he is. The reason people were pumped for him before is because, the people that were pumped for him were the people that knew who he was from beforehand.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was a big WCW fan in the late 90s, but So I know who he was. I'd seen the Hogan versus Sting match at Starrcade '97, and I liked it and everything. So I saw all these like big moments of the Crow Sting, as they call him. So I was like, oh man, that would have been a good match. I don't still think that. I don't think, oh, this would be a good match. I think it would have been years ago. It would have been brilliant. It didn't even have to be that long ago. It just could have been like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It would have been good. Because Undertaker's only just started sort of like in the ring declining. Only like the past 2 years or so.
Yeah.
So, which is fucking impressive if you ask me.
If we can go back to what we was talking about before, I also think the same with Batista. When he came back for Royal Rumble, which I think is random, I think there's a lot of young children that they're not going to know who he is. So there's this guy who comes out, wins the Rumble. Daniel Bryan doesn't even come out, and he's the one who everyone wants to see, including the younger generation. But then this guy comes out who probably most of the kids didn't even know who he was, comes in and wins it.
Yeah.
Which I think is terrible. And then stays there, doesn't even... What was he in, what was their WrestleMania match like? I can't even remember.
It was Daniel Bryan, Orton and Batista.
Yeah, that was it.
Bryan won.
And Daniel Bryan won. He won a title. And then Batista kind of fucked off. And that was that.
So, yeah, what was that? Yeah, I mean, I know why they did it. Because obviously there was like, well, let's piss the fans off. We cannot possibly go in and have him win the belt now.
Yeah.
It's got to be Daniel Bryan. But that was the whole thing. The Rumble, the moment they found out the last entrant was Rey Mysterio, he got the shit booed out of him. Which I found hilarious, because I'm not that much of a Rey Mysterio fan. Not now. I was when he was good. But that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Now he's just Hurricane Rana, man.
Yeah, it's true.
And the odd 619.
Even his 619's not as spectacular as it used to be.
When he does a move off the turnbuckle when they're laying down on the floor, it's literally just falls off.
Yeah.
Lands on him. He don't do anything spectacular anymore. So he's just kind of like, he's about as useful as Hornswoggle. So
who's by the way, who's done, what's that film he's done?
He done a reboot of Leprechaun, didn't he? Oh man. What? I want to see it just because I have to see it.
Just because you know it's gonna love it.
Yeah. I mean, WWE have done some good horror films. They did See No Evil, which was good.
That's good. I've heard The Chaperone's brilliant, starring Triple H. I'm joking.
A beautiful copy that went straight to DVD. What a great film.
He made the film, finished it, and wrapped it. Film was wrapped. Next day went straight to DVD.
Triple H bought it, hung it on his wall next to his belts.
Put it in a plaque. Plaqued it.
The disc is separate from the actual case. Like when you get like a vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Got the disc, turned it into some sort of belt, walked around with it.
He turned it into John Cena's spinner belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can't even remember where he was with this. Oh yeah, so yeah, Rey Mysterio comes out. He gets the shit booed out of him.
Yeah.
So that's lost. So now everyone who's watching it at the time and everyone in the crowd is now clinging to Punk winning it.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Kane pops out, shoves him straight off. He's like, no, you don't want to see him win this.
Now fuck off.
Yeah, I'll give you a knock with a shovel if you like. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and that was it. And then even then, there was literally fans are like just clutching at straws. It's down to Batista and Roman Reigns.
Please, Roman Reigns, win.
Everyone's going, come on, just at least give us something to go on. And no, Batista wins, kicks him out. Lovely stuff.
And he got booed the fuck out of it all.
Yeah, he was still wearing his gym outfit, wasn't he? Had his trainers on and everything.
Oh, it was such a disappointing Rumble.
It really was, and it wasn't the whole match wasn't crap. It was just the outcome.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
I mean, I was nowhere near behind Daniel Bryan as much as everyone was at the time. I was just like, okay, he didn't turn up, but I was more behind Punk personally.
Do you remember when I bought that shirt, that Daniel Bryan shirt? Do you remember when I bought
Respect
that?
the beard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is basically because it was shoved down my throat. I thought, yeah, he's good. He's good. Only because from what they were telling me. See, the power of the media. The power of media is strong.
Yeah.
And I don't. Now I think about it, I think he's not that great. Like if he bought out a DVD, you know, like Punk bought one out and all that, I wouldn't buy it.
Nah,
I'm not interested.
That's the thing. Daniel Bryan is a very good wrestler. He's a good wrestler, and you know what? He's probably one of the top ones in the WWE now.
Yeah.
So obviously, fans have to make do with what they've got. And this ain't me knocking Daniel Bryan. He's, as I say, he's a good wrestler and he's a good technician. He knows his shit. He knows his moves in the ring and everything. I don't often see him botch, but he's the most exciting one to watch, really. But yeah, he's just not that great if you compare it to other wrestlers in other circuits and promotions, etc.
I mean, he is basically, his yes chant is everywhere. In America, it goes on in, I think it's happened in a basketball game. Recently, it happened in an American football game. It's everywhere, his yes chant.
You know what's actually really taken it out for me? Is that he's not the only one that does it. Big Show did it.
What, yes chant?
Yeah, he used to do it for a while.
Really?
Yeah, his wife, Daniel Bryan's wife. Is he married to Brie? Brie Bella?
Yeah.
He's married to her, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. She done it every now and again. This was a while he was away, obviously, but when he was there, I was like, no, you're taking it kind of out because
that's so random. Big Show done that.
Yeah, I know he was doing it because it was against the authority and all that, but I was like, look, you never saw Perry Saturn pick up 2 cans of beers and start knocking them back like Stone Cold, would you?
Oh, I do remember him doing it, actually. And plus, wrestlers are supposed to want to be the number one. No matter who you are, you're supposed to be number one. But if you're there and you're the Big Show, supposed to be, he's just been an arsehole since I can remember, and you're doing yes, 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 just to piss the authority off, you're not fitting your character.
No, it's totally ruined the yes gimmick for me because just everyone was doing it. I know Stephanie was doing it. She was doing it too much. I know she did it at first to take the piss, which I was like, yeah, fair enough. You're mocking them, obviously. But she started doing it constantly. I was like, you're really burying this whole gimmick, and it was alright at first.
Triple H knew he was burying him. That's why he went backstage and he loved it.
He went, Steph, you make sure you pop them arms up as often as you can. I know your BO's going to get out, but
I know your bingo wings are going to go and your boob might pop out, but because that's happened before, hasn't it? When he gone to give her a pedigree and her tit popped out.
That's probably the finest moment in WWF.
Yeah.
No, but with all the yes chants and everything, I was just like, oh man, give it a rest. I'm sick of it, but not because of Daniel Bryan, but because of everyone else.
Yeah.
They've just milked it. It's not their gimmick.
It's because they've taken it off him, and it's someone else doing it. And again, it's almost like they're trying to ram it down our throats.
It's like, it's almost the same sense as, like, you never saw Stone Cold come out, piss off Triple H and everything, then put a pair of sunglasses on and give an eyebrow.
That's true.
You just didn't see it.
That's
because
true.
It's like, no, that's almost... It's because they knew full well fans would be like, alright mate, what are you arse kissing him for?
It's gimmick infringement.
Gimmick infringement.
The 101, I'd love that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd love it if we spoke about this old 2K15.
Oh yeah. WWE 2K15. That's another subject. 2K15. It's been out for a while. What do you make of it, dude? What do you make of it?
I think the wrestling itself in the game is improved. It's a lot better.
Yeah.
I really do like the wrestling in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's not enough characters.
Yep.
And the DLC stuff is WCW and all that. It's irrelevant for this game.
Yeah.
Because there's no arenas for it.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I don't think there's going to be any story for it in this showcase.
Mm.
So it's just like, yeah, okay, I've got DDP and Bam Bam Bigelow, but what am I going to make him fight Kofi Kingston? No, because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm one of these people that's a bit of a realist when I play these games.
We are. Well, when it comes to wrestling games, the Wolds, love their realism.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make sense, we're not going to make it happen.
Yeah, now if you went the whole hog and literally put the Nitro Arena, the Thunder Arena, and you gave us more WCW wrestlers, then yeah, I'd be like, oh, that is good. You know, like what they did with 13?
Yeah.
And they put the Attitude thing. That was good, because they had a lot of stuff to go on with that. But they've literally just gone, oh, here's some WCW, have 5 wrestlers, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what can I do with that?
Very
I'm gonna
random, isn't it?
like, and they're not like... I mean, I get there's Sting, there's DDP, and all that, which does bug me how his theme song's not actually in it, which I can understand because I know it's kind of like a copyrighted version of Smells Like Teen Spirit from WCW anyway. But that still bugs me. I don't like how you can't put your own music in like you used to be able to.
Yeah, that is annoying.
So, because that's all I used to do, because I used to correct it.
Again, just dumbs down the realism.
Yeah, exactly. And in terms of the superstar threads, you know, that's not hard. It's just a change colour. I mean, I know they've improved it drastically, but they should have kept the superstar threads in there still, just so you can change colours. Because I don't want to waste a character slot by colouring in something.
I think the amount of choices you have for when you change a wrestler or create a wrestler is just not enough.
Yeah, not at all.
Especially for a next gen title. Though I'm talking about the one on next gen. For a next gen title, it's not good enough. It's not enough. It's just not enough. I mean, 2K15 on last gen is having more fun with that than we are.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing that was really good about the games, what I liked before, but this one doesn't offer it. I think what they've done is they've kind of thought, right, we've bumped up the graphics, we've bumped up the gameplay, it's different and all that. Let's let them have that. Let's let them soak that in, and we don't need to do the rest of it because that's good enough.
Yeah.
But I think next year, well, this year, in fact, I think they need to bring that back. There's a lot they need to bring back, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And I definitely think that fans and people that really want it need to make their voice heard about it, because otherwise, I don't know. God knows what they'll do. They probably do what they usually do: take bits out and then add bits in. So they will never leave it.
You'll never get a complete experience.
You never have the bits they've already got left in and then bits added on. They'll always have to take a bit out. If they're going to put something new in, that's what they do.
Yeah, that sucks about it. But I think my main gripe with it is there's not enough characters on the roster. Because I do like the wrestling in it. It is really good. But there's only so many times you can have this person versus this person.
Yeah.
Because as I said, I like to do my realism. So I wouldn't just go, we're going to be on Raw and we're going to have Wade Barrett versus the early 90s Sting for the world title. I know people would play that for fun, but I don't get fun out of that because I just think, well, that's not going to go anywhere. I like to sort of pan out my own stuff just so it comes out better than the actual product.
Plus, the attention to detail from the Wold, it's so on point that when wrestlers come out, and they've got their default attire on that has been made by the game, if there's one thing wrong, like they've got a wristband that's a little bit too big or it's on the wrong arm or whatever, you're going to pick it up, aren't you?
Yeah,
you know, that's what he means when he talks about he likes his realism. I mean, and rightly so. If they're making a game, a WWE game, they should know. They should do these things. They should put these things in. And not only that, someone who works in WWE or whatever should check it and be like, no, that's wrong. Point out that it's wrong.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Why let it fly? Why let it carry on?
I mean, the gripe I had this year was don't know if everyone's got him unlocked, but the retro Randy Orton.
Yeah, and you was looking forward to playing with him, weren't you?
Yeah, because I was like, he was like one of my favourite wrestlers, and the moment I saw him, I was like, yeah, this isn't Randy Orton from Evolution. This is Randy Orton from 2007. Or late 2006 to early 2007. I was like, the Evolution Randy Orton should be like 2004, where he had like bright coloured trunks, and the knee pads weren't like how they are. I know I'm really nitpicking here, but I ended up making one that was a lot more accurate to it.
That's it.
And I was just a lot more pleased with it. I was like, now if I could do that, how did they not spot that?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. one of them things. Hopefully they updo it a lot next year and it comes out to how it should be. But yeah, my main gripe is with the lack of characters, because there's only, as I said, there's only so many times you can have John Cena versus Bray Wyatt or whatever.
Yep.
So,
well, that being said, the Royal Rumble, we're recording this on a Sunday. I believe, is it today?
No, today is.
Oh no, it
was
yesterday, wasn't it?
I don't even think the Royal Rumble happened.
Oh no?
No, because it's not the end of the month. It's only the 19th.
Oh, what are they bigging it up for on YouTube then?
I don't know. I actually don't know, because when you said that, I was like, that's weird. They normally do it at the end of the month. So I just sort of...
I must be wrong then. Either way, we'll watch that and hopefully not be disappointed in it. I know that Bray Wyatt's in it this time, my boy. You should have joined me, Dean. You should have let me win the Rumble. Triple H, let me win the Rumble.
I think either Daniel Bryan will win it.
Is he in the Rumble?
Yeah.
Probably will right. I didn't know that.
Or Roman Reigns will win it.
Yeah.
Just because they're trying to push him. By the way, I think he's a good wrestler. I really like Roman Reigns, but he's not good on the mic.
I'm glad there was a but there, because I was going to disagree. You're right, he is not good on the mic.
No, he needs to learn. He can learn, because a lot of wrestlers do. They don't all pick it up straight away. But at the moment, he needs a lot. He needs to learn just to act a lot better on there, because you can tell when he's reading stuff, and when he's not reading stuff, he's tripping on his words a lot. And I know I'm tripping on my words, but
yeah, but this is
not
live.
in front of a camera. Yeah, I was gonna say not in front of a camera. It's just.
Yeah, no. I think they kind of know that though as well, because I don't see him speak a lot.
No, they don't give him much mic time, do they?
I'll tell you who's good. Seth Rollins. Seth's
good.
Yeah,
Seth is good. I think
Dean Ambrose is good.
Dean is, but the thing about these sort of crazy-ish gimmick type characters is I get bored of them very quick when they're on the mic, because I think, I've heard this sort of thing before from you, and it's just, I'm like, it's the same with Bray Wyatt. I'm starting to get bored of hearing it.
No, I love hearing him. I was going to say, Bray Wyatt.
I like a lot of things that he says, but then some of the stuff I'm like, oh, it sounds very samey. Like, he says to everyone he's in a rivalry with, I want to help you.
That's true.
It's like, really? Just everyone?
Yeah.
You're not here to help people. You're here to kick the shit out of people.
Yeah.
It's, you're supposed to be a baddie. You shouldn't be going, I want to help you. You should go, I just don't like you, and I want you out of the picture.
But I do like when he goes off on a tangent. When he goes off on one, I think, it's good. And he's a good actor. He's a good actor.
Yeah, I think he's good on the mic. Old Dolph Ziggler.
I was just about to say that. Another one, when he's given the chance and he gets going, is Dolph Ziggler. I mean, he is one of my favourite wrestlers in the current roster. And when he gets going, he gets given a chance on the mic, he's good. He just comes across really passionate, and he's just good. He's just good.
Yeah.
He's
so
a good wrestler.
Basically, WWE is the main gripe. Although it's the biggest one, the biggest company out there of wrestling, it's not. It's just not selling it for me. A lot of the better ones, I like New Japan.
Yeah,
they're
I
good.
was just about to say that. I was going to say, what's that Japanese one we keep watching?
Yeah.
We keep seeing gifs on GIFs. On Twitter.
The only WWE one that's good at the minute is NXT, obviously.
Yeah.
Interesting to watch. TNA's good. It can be good. It does have its moments. But yeah, majority is just like, it's because there's no threats for WWE. They don't have to bump up their
They don't
shit.
have to try.
They're number one. There's no one fighting for that spot, which is a shame, really.
But with that being said, not a lot of people are buying the network, apparently.
Yeah, I will buy it.
I will buy it as well.
But not for the new stuff.
Because we'll have a fucking field day on it.
I was going to say, I watched the old stuff. I hope ECW's on there.
It's got to be, man. They own it.
I think, I was going to say, I think it is. WCW's on it, I think, which I will watch. I'll watch it for the old stuff.
And plus, there was a big chunk. I watched it for years, and then there was more than a few years where I didn't watch it, and I've got into it again, and I watched it for a while, and I've stopped watching it again because it's shit and just not good enough for me to watch. It sounds really horrible, but no, I mean it's just not. I'm just not interested in it. It's just not interested in me because of the story. But I'm gonna get the network because there's some history I need to go over, boy.
Yes.
And I need my specialist, my wrestling specialist here, my Wold,
Yeah.
to talk me through it.
Oh, yeah, no, I'd love to go through the oldest.
That's 30 minutes. Okay, we're gone now. That's enough.
yeah, we're off now. That's enough. That'll do. Bye.
Just as soon as it hit 30, I was like, that's enough.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So that is the main gripe. It's just they just really need to pull their socks up a little bit in terms of thing. It's not, the wrestling's not as fluid. It's very basic. WWE.
Yeah.
You don't see them do a move where you go, oh man, or anything like that. They don't even do pile drivers anymore. And I know that has damaged people's necks, but I'm like, you can do it safely.
Yeah.
Accidents happen no matter if you've cut out pile drivers or not. Yes, people get injured. It's just the thing.
Yeah.
And it just, moves need to look more harsh. They used to. They don't anymore.
No, they don't. Especially, that's like going back to what you said earlier about the AA. It just doesn't look like it should be a finisher.
Yeah,
It just doesn't.
we was talking about this obviously off this podcast.
Off the podcast, yeah. But it just doesn't look like, oh man, that'd kill.
Yeah, no.
He ain't getting up after that.
Yeah, no. Basically, the way, I know he does it differently, but the way that his opponent is landing is basically from a back body drop, a suplex, a hip throw, a monkey flip. It's just any other wrestling move that you'd normally get straight back up off of.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't expect me to believe that. Obviously, you're trying to get the kids to believe it, obviously, but I don't know. It's just you got to cater to the people that are paying for this stuff. The kids ain't paying for it. The adults still want to watch it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that are still into it and have been since literally like Hulk Hogan era.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. But yeah, so that'd be enough, I guess, for this.
Yeah, that's enough for this podcast. But if you want us to do more, well, we're going to do more anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, we're going to bish about loads of more shit.
Yeah, there's more stuff because we're good at just bitching and just moaning about things. But no, if if you enjoyed this, please smash that like button and help the Wolds out.
Help the Wolds out.
Help the Wolds out. It'd be lovely. And that wraps up this podcast. The first of many podcasts.
Many a podcast. So please, dears, guys and girls, please subscribe.
Let it be classic.